Today I'm talking about personal safety when it comes to traveling solo. I travel solo, I'm a full-time nomad. How do I handle my own safety? I want to preface what I have to say. I firmly believe that most people are good. The vast majority of people are good. I've met so many helpful and hospitable and kind and generous people as I've been traveling, both in the US and abroad, all nationalities, all sexes, all ages. I know this to be true. I am not distrustful or fearful, quite the opposite. I've never felt like while traveling that my personal safety was directly threatened. I have been the subject of unwanted attention. I felt uncomfortable. I'm sure a lot of women and even maybe some men have experienced this. When I feel those things, I remove myself from the situation, whether it is abruptly leaving a couch surfing accommodation, whether it's taking another elevator, whether it's taking another way home, or refusing a drink. And knock on wood, I've been fine. If you're kind of one of those not all men people, I invite you to listen to the female experience. Basically, I think really the trick to female safety, I suppose, is a combination of awareness and preparedness. Awareness, I think, is really simple. Keep your eyes open, be aware of your surroundings, trust your gut, always keep some measure of control. Traveling solo is not inherently dangerous. Traveling solo as a woman is not inherently dangerous. Most of the countries in the world are safer for women than the United States. So go travel. Some of the ways that I stay hyper aware, keeping some measure of control, which means don't drink too much alcohol. Your senses are dulled. I know what my limits are. Trust your gut. If you feel discomfort, if you feel uncomfortable, don't be shy. Overreact. It is better to overreact and preserve your personal safety than to be polite. And so I just have a couple examples from my travels. One, my friend and I were out in Nashville, and a guy offered to buy us a drink. We said, hey, why not? We'll take 2 White Claws. And he comes back, and they're already poured into cups. Honestly, at that point, we're like, we don't mess with this. Like, no, thank you. Ended up coming back with sealed cans. And then, insisted he wasn't a rapist. Maybe somebody would say, oh, she's overreacting. But you know what? It's better to just be safe. People will try to tell you that you overreacted or make you try to second guess yourself. In another nomad life experience, I had been staying on a boat and I started feeling uncomfortable. Really, at one point, I was actually concerned, like maybe my things are going to be thrown overboard, or worse. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I made the decision, I'm going to remove myself from the situation. And I even brought a friend with me just to, be there while I packed up. Safety in numbers, better safe than sorry. And so ladies, I think, we've been conditioned, don't rock the boat, be polite, be quiet. We've also been made to feel guilty or embarrassed. Take steps to protect yourself. It's okay. It's our own right. So be loud, be hysterical, be impolite. It can protect you. So that was awareness. I think that's more mental and emotional, a little bit logical, but I also want to talk about preparedness, the actual tactical steps that I take to be more safe. In the US, when I'm traveling by car, I actually have bear spray with me. I bought it in Montana. It was meant for bears, but actually it works on people too. I keep it in my car in the drink holder. I always have my location settings on my phone, and I share that with my friends and family. They always know where I am. Make sure you are aware of the shortcuts, the button shortcuts of how to call 911. Your Apple Watch has it too if you have one. Know the combination of the buttons you can press in order to have 911 be called. And actually what's really cool, when you're in another country and you dial emergency from your phone, it will automatically route to that country's emergency number, whatever it is. And then it also works even if your self-service is off, which some travelers do to save money. I try not to drive at night. It means I'm also not stopping for gas at night. Try to limit, my time in populated areas at night. Stay with a group or be with a group wherever you can. I travel solo, but I'm not always alone. I look for opportunities to kind of team up with others. I don't wear earbuds when I hike or when I run. I will literally just play the sound on my phone. I will be that obnoxious person if I really want to have music or a book playing, but it's safer. Also, download your offline maps. When I'm overseas, I typically stay in hotels and hostels over Airbnbs. There's always security. They're more regulated. And then also on that note regarding hostels, I don't stay in shared dorms very much anymore. When I did, I stayed in the female-only dorm. Make the best choice for your safety. It's okay for us to do that. My last suggestion, don't act like a victim. I stand out. I'm a woman. I am blonde. I'm conventionally attractive, pretty tall at 5'9" actually. And I know that I stand out and I could be targeted. But I don't act like a victim or make myself any kind of easy target. A lot of that has to do with maybe projecting confidence. I act like I know where I'm going. I act like a local. I'm not looking at the map and looking confused and all of that. I have very good spatial awareness. I remember one time I was on a bus, Ecuador, and this older lady, this granny, she was like, "Oh, you be careful, you're traveling alone." And I kind of laughed out loud, like, I'm 4 inches taller than any man on this bus, so I got it, lady. I've walked my dog at 4 a.m. in Manhattan. I project confidence, which hopefully I think would intimidate any would-be attacker. Head up, shoulders squared, distractions aside. Don't be distracted. Look people in the eye. Look like you're trying to identify them, just in case. It's a balancing act. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to take some precautions. I'm going to keep my eyes open and trust my gut. I'm going to experience everything that I want to, because we as women, we deserve to see the world too. We should not be inhibited by just the fact that we're women. It does kind of suck as a woman, along with other marginalized groups. We are more likely to be victimized. It's not fair, but it is the scary reality. I would love to hear what you guys have experienced. Please leave me a comment, send me a DM. Also, make sure you subscribe on my YouTube. And if you want to see how my trip to Belize went, then follow on Instagram. Adios and besos, my friends. Love you.